So I DM'd him every single day, hug me, brother. And I did it every day. And then it got to the point where he just blocked me.
JHB, do you have a radio voice for that?
No.
Can I hear your sexiest voice?
Hey.
JHB has an Uzi! He killed Will!
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Courage and Nadeshot show. I'm joined today by Courage himself, of course, and then we have Will Neff, who has quickly become our favorite creator outside of 100 Thieves, and the blooming star, the rising star, the young phenom himself, JHB. JHB has quite literally proven that we can grow organic talent within 100 Thieves. I mean, your model has given me hope that one day we can actually be a full-blown functioning media company that does not rely off building off the backs of creators that have already established themselves inside the gaming community. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you, Matt. I appreciate the nice words.
Not sure if we've ever described JHB like that. I know you've actually spent more time in this studio than I have probably in the last 6 months because of the wildly successful TBH with JHB. Just a star in the making. We're watching you go supernova in front of our eyes.
I was going to say, that's probably the nicest thing you've ever said to me, just ever. So thank you.
That's not true.
How many girls are hitting you up now from your show?
Dude, you got to be getting DMs
Can I
flying.
skip that question, please?
No.
No.
Zero?
Nice.
It's clear through your tweets that you are attracted to women. So I don't
Well,
feel bad for
I'm-
making that assumption.
I'm glad someone noticed.
Okay, perfect. So you're telling me that you have not had... Listen, dating girls within the gaming community used to be very hard when I was your age. I mean,
to be
there
fair,
were
it
not
still
many...
is.
Please don't cut me off.
Okay.
There were not many that were involved that wanted to be involved. And now I feel like gaming has just exploded and there's so many more women that are a part of the gaming community. And I feel like there is no shot that you're not getting DMs left and right on Instagram or Twitter.
I genuinely don't have a response to that just because, I mean, it hasn't really happened. And it's not a bad thing because I'm doing my own thing with the show, with my personality online. I'm happy about how I am.
You notice that he used to have shorter hair, and then now Jackson's grown his hair out a bit more, and his hair's also longer. Are you just following Jackson?
I'm just trying to be successful here. That's about it.
Wow. JHB, yeah, TBH with JHB. You have over 170,000 followers on Twitter. You've had some pretty damn popular YouTube videos of you on Omegle.
Oh, God, yeah.
I've watched those and laughed, and my girlfriend likes you more than she likes me.
I like to hear that. Okay.
You do.
Yeah.
Well, if you guys don't have the video portion of this podcast, tune in. Jack just lunged across the table and tackled JHB to
And
the floor.
stabbed him with a dull blade.
Ow.
Yeah.
Ooh, dull blade. That's not the way to go, man.
I know.
Nope.
It was so sad.
Have a hard time getting it in. You want a sharp blade.
We know JHB pretty well, but I want to hear Will Neff. Who is JHB team, and what is he to you?
He's the 100 Thieves intern.
Yep.
Senior intern.
He's a phenomenon in his own
you.
right.
Thank you.
He's 19 years old?
Yes.
Wow, I hit that on the
impressive.
head.
I know.
It's impressive.
19 years old without a driver's license.
Okay, you didn't have to say that.
How did the JHB story start?
Oh, here we go.
I mean, I'll go with my name first. JHB is the initials to my full name, and I thought it'd be funny if JHB team, I had my own organization, clan on PlayStation.
Okay.
Had about 10 members, then they all left. It was just me, so I just kept the name.
You got 10 people to join the JHB team.
Yeah, and it was a huge moment for me, for like a 12, 13-year-old.
Yeah.
And now
Were
they're
these
gone.
Xbox Live Gold subscribers, or were these
It was
imaginary
PlayStation.
characters?
Well, it was actually PlayStation.
Smart.
Did PlayStation Plus exist when you were?
No,
It was all free.
exactly.
So we're not sure if those people were real.
They weren't even getting paid, if I'm being honest.
Wow.
And they weren't real. So.
Who was ever getting paid in a gaming clan back in the day? What do you mean?
I don't know. I was trying to sound cool for a second. Like I had my own organization.
I had some kid tweet me assuming that I was not dead broke back in 2012 because he just assumed that Optic was paying me. I'm like, fuck you. No, I was not getting paid. I didn't get paid once. I mean, we did like a couple sponsored activations back in like 2013, 2014, but not one point in time did I ever have a salary from a professional gaming organization.
See, that I feel weird about just because of like 100T and now, I guess you could say.
And now we got interns getting paid
I know.
at 19.
Thank you, by the way.
How did you find your way here though?
So there's a group called The Mob with Frosty, Classify, Avalanche, and Mako, 4 creators. And the moment they joined the organization, I was their editor. And so after a few months, I followed their footsteps and finally got to work here as an intern.
Okay.
And I was basically editing videos for the 100 Thieves TikTok, Twitter, Instagram. Yeah. And
who just let you loose?
I ask myself that every day. I have no idea.
Who was the one who said, "Hey, we're gonna let that kid loose"?
You know what? I think it was a combination of Julia, I believe, who was our like our third or fourth employee. She heads up marketing at 100 Thieves, and a combination of Jackson, the mob, myself, all just. It was clear that JHB had a unique understanding of the gaming landscape.
Got it.
And that's the most official way I could say it. He understood memes. He's like the meme team JHB.
I was actually told John Robinson looked at my profile before I was hired and was like, I don't know about that guy, just because of the tweets I was making and just how like bad they
for
were.
sure. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I get it.
I have a question.
no.
You've interacted with me how many times now?
A lot.
Do you still get nervous to talk to me?
I've gotten better.
Okay.
If I'm having an interaction with one-on-one, like for someone for TBH, I'll still be nervous.
How nervous are you for this show right now?
I'm actually quite better. I don't know what it is, but I feel more energized than I actually ever have.
I'm proud of you
that's
because you're
beautiful.
doing a great job.
Thank you.
Well, really quickly, before we jump into more JHB and current topics in the gaming landscape, I just want to give a big shout out.
Make him do it.
Oh, yeah. Do the Cash App ad read.
Where am I reading?
No, you're not going to read anything.
Just
You-
do the Cash App ad read.
Yeah. Have you watched the Courage and Nadeshot show
A
before?
few times.
Okay, then do the ad read. No,
Okay.
give me the paperback and do it without.
He's looking at it. Flip yours over, Will, please. Thank you.
He's like clinging to it.
Do the ad
Let's
read.
see it. Come on.
All right.
Tell us.
I already forgot. Okay.
Shark Tank.
This show is sponsored by Cash App. If you don't use Cash App, then fuck you. I don't know the rest. This show is brought to you by Cash App, and if you don't use Cash App, then fuck you. Cash App allows users to own a piece of any stock with just $1. Cash App investing is free to use and free of fees. And if you don't have Cash App, download it today and use the code Thieves for $10, and Cash App will send $10 to Gamers Outreach.
Wow.
I had it until the last word. Ouch.
And for that reason, I am out.
I like how impressed you were. Like I was gonna keep going, and then
I
I
was
just
so
stopped it.
excited.
I will give you $10 for 100% equity in your business, and I want $10 off every purchase you made in perpetuity.
Oh,
Da, da, da,
okay.
da, da.
Well,
That's what Mark O'Leary said. What's his fucking name?
Mr. Wonderful.
Mr. Wonderful.
I don't know
yeah.
who that is.
He's the guy that never
Shark
really
Tank.
does like a real deal. He's always just trying to get like money in perpetuity off of.
You've never watched Shark Tank.
I've never watched Shark Tank.
I said Shark Tank, and this man's eyes just went wide.
Just
He
like
went,
what?
It was Gubba Gubba Wub Wub or whatever
I
the
don't
fuck
know
you were
what that
watching when
is.
you were a kid.
I don't.
Did you watch Coco Melon?
No, I did not.
Oh.
Yeah, oh, this is actually a great question. So
Yeah.
when I was growing up, it was like Angry Beavers, Little Cat Dog, Hey Arnold, Real Monsters, Rugrats, all that. What were your shows as a kid since you were born after 9/11?
SpongeBob, obviously. Yeah, SpongeBob, obviously. And then I was into the shows like Wow Wow Wubsy or Max and Ruby.
Did you watch Jordan Fisher on Liv and Maddie?
No, I watched him on iCarly though, because he was in there for a scene.
I love.
I know.
that,
I was surprised too. I was rewatching it on Netflix and I saw him. I'm like, what? So yeah, Wow Wow Wubsy, all those shows. I watched Big Time Rush.
No, but
yeah.
like, what were your kid shows? Like when you were, I had Blue's Clues and I had Gullah Gullah Island and Arthur. What was your like? I'm 4 to 10 years old. These are the kid shows that I'm watching.
SpongeBob, iCarly.
Oh wow! So you didn't have like Nick Jr. in the mornings
No.
before school?
No, those were the only shows I watched. I only watched SpongeBob in the morning.
Because when I was younger, they had a watered down version of Nickelodeon. The real cartoons came on at like 12 o'clock,
Right.
and then you would watch Price is Right at 10 o'clock. That was not a cartoon. That
I
was
didn't-
CBS.
I didn't
Bob
watch
Do you
Barker.
remember Face from Nick Jr.? He was like, hi there.
Yeah.
Face here.
Yep. Do you remember the guy with the popsicle stick with the eyes in the mouth?
I don't remember.
I'm too
No,
young to
if
remember
you
any
saw
of
it,
this.
I'd open up a
Yeah, I bet
a
if you showed
portal.
it- I bet if you showed it to me, I would remember it. But
Do you think Mr. Krabs is actually a cannibalistic crab who makes the Krabby Patties out of crab?
this was brought up to me
And-
yesterday by Cutie Cinderella.
Really?
And she wholeheartedly believed that there were crab in the Krabby Patty.
You should
Yeah.
watch
So like
it.
the whole. For anyone that hasn't heard, there's a rumor going around on TikTok and a fan theory that Mr. Krabs, the reason he's so protective of the secret formula is because he knows his business would be dead forever because his secret formula is that the Krabby Patties are made of crabs. And if Plankton gets the Krabby Patty formula, he'll unearth that Mr. Krabs is a cannibal.
I've never heard of that theory, but that's actually so interesting.
We saw it on TikTok, and it was actually very believable. Oh yeah.
Oh, Stickly.
Yeah, you do remember.
Remember this guy.
Dick.
Yeah, I don't know.
Wow.
What that is.
So on the Krabby Patty thing, I go both ways because I'm like, no, they're clearly hamburgers. But then I go, is it any more ridiculous that they're serving hamburgers in Bikini Bottom?
Alex,
than
can you pull up
crab
Salute Your
burgers?
Shorts? Did you ever watch Salute Your Shorts?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I just
What do
wanna
you
make
think?
sure.
About the Mr. Krabs thing?
Yeah. Do you think he's serving crab meat?
That's what I don't know. I just pictured it as regular meat. I don't
Yeah.
know.
Do you think he's like Hannibal Lecter?
I think so.
I ate his liver with some fava beans.
Oh
and a
man,
nice
this show was
candy.
goated, dude. Zeke,
Dude,
he
look
was
at that
like-
mullet.
Yeah,
Zeke.
I
That
wish
thing
I.
was flowing.
I really loved Logan Paul growing out a mullet. Made me inspired to grow out a mullet. I just can't get myself to go past the awkward hair.
Have you ever
face.
seen Brink,
Oh, yeah.
JHB?
I've never heard of that.
You've watched
I've
Brink,
never
right?
heard of it or Salute
Will,
Your
have
Shorts.
you watched
Oh,
Brink?
yeah.
Okay, good.
Okay, so I promise you this question is not as awkward as it sounds, but in the podcast that we filmed before this, we're not sure when it's going to be released, but we
Yeah.
talked about sexual awakenings as children. I had a couple of icons and figures. It was like we had the Pink Power Ranger, Kimberly. We had Lola Bunny.
Morrigan from Darkstalkers.
Who else?
Kelly Kapowski.
Kelly Kapowski, Trish Stratus, from wrestling, and Stacy Keebler. What was when you were growing up? What cartoon character or
Sandy Cheeks.
TV show? Oh God.
He's already. This is already gonna.
No,
be
no, no.
confusing.
I've never thought about it much until recently. Believe it or not,
So what was it?
I don't know.
Come on, you got to
It's-
give us a real
it's-
answer.
It's mainly been like actresses. Can I do actresses?
Yeah,
yeah, I mean,
It's mainly been actresses as I've grown up and yeah. I mean, I was always a big iCarly, Miranda Cosgrove person.
yeah, okay.
I don't know what it was, but
Have you been watching the reboot?
I have not, unfortunately. I was
Yeah.
planning on it.
They have
not a real-
sexual moments in the reboot
Do
where
they?
I
No,
saw
it's
this
like
on
older.
TikTok.
yeah.
It's like older
Wow.
style. I've been thinking. I was thinking about this recently, going back to when you mentioned celebrity and actresses. I want to get Ariana Grande on this podcast really bad. I think that'd be awesome. But I want Ariana Grande, if we were given an option, I want Ariana Grande to go on TBH's JHB
my God,
even
no.
more.
I actually disagree with that because what I just realized is as long as we are as respectful as we possibly can about this scenario, we need to have Marissa Cosgrove on TBH with JHB.
It's Miranda Cosgrove.
Miranda Cosgrove. Fuck.
I'm gonna DM her right now on Instagram.
Well, let's not do that.
Yeah.
I'm
Because
gonna
I
say,
just
hey,
fucked
can
up her
you-
name, but I watched iCarly all the time.
You think
as
I
a
can't
kid.
say, hey, can you come on TBH with JHB?
I
Oh,
just
yeah,
feel like we
yeah,
can
she would
actually
be so
take
interested.
formal steps
Can
to make this
I be
happen.
honest? If you're gonna do that, you need to tell him it's a different guest, and then you just need to wheel her in there.
Yes.
And see him just melt under.
Bro, she gets a
pressure.
million likes per photo.
Oh yeah, so she's gonna go on TBH when she sees the message.
Dude, fuck yeah, you got to own that, man. You got a
Here-
great
here's
show.
the thing about my show. The thing I like about my guests is it's guests based around the gaming community. And I don't know, it would just feel because the show is inspired by Between Two Ferns. If you watch that, with Zach
I think
Galifianakis.
everybody
you are
assumed that-
limiting yourself.
I know, but I like revolving it around the gaming community because his show is based off of real actors and actresses, and then mine is gaming community people, which is like a whole nother world, a whole other audience.
No.
No.
Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
That's great you think that, and I appreciate you put that much thought in.
Yeah, unfortunately,
no.
it says you're a senior intern, so you still have to listen to us to a certain extent.
Yeah, well,
You should have taken my offer to be a full-time employee at Quick Community College, but you didn't.
When you were in high school, were you bullied to the younger kids?
no, believe it or not.
What activities? Believe
Believe
it or not, I love that. Believe it or not.
I didn't believe you were. It's like,
Okay, okay.
You're like, I believe it.
So we're definitely showing our age with these questions, but I'm just curious. When I was growing up,
Yeah.
I was playing with hula hoops and those things they wrapped around your ankle. You jumped over them. Had bikes with pegs. Scooters were a really big deal. I think they're even bigger now.
You're thinking of a skip it.
Skip it. Yeah, skip it. Thank you. And it count how many times you would skip it on this little clock clicker, and it really didn't work that
I
well.
don't know what a skip it is.
Okay, perfect. What? You ever seen Knock'em Sock'em or Sock'em Boppers? Sock'em Boppers more fun than a pillow fight. And then
No.
the plastic threading where all the plastic is fused together. You'd clip your brother's face and you'd start bleeding. What toys did you play with as a kid?
I didn't really have any toys because when I was 6,
What?
I would only ride my bike, to be honest, and do all that stuff. But around 6, that's when I got into video games. so I didn't really play with
Wow,
a lot.
that's
of
Let's
toys.
get down into the nitty gritty.
Okay.
You have to kill one member of 100 Thieves to save the rest of them.
Nate
or
shot.
they all die. Oh, wow. Jeez. I thought that would cost.
What the fuck? Why?
I don't want to talk about it.
There's like
so
over 100
I didn't even
full-time
get-
employees,
I
and
didn't
I'm
even
number
get to the
one.
part where it would save the rest of the employees. He was like, you have to kill one. He's like, oh, yeah. Jeez.
I mean, at least he's honest. At least he'll say it. You
If
know?
you could date,
No.
no,
I
not
I
gonna.
can't. I'm an employee here. Remember that.
Yeah.
So I can't.
What do you think I was gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say creator.
No,
No,
no.
No,
Okay.
we would ask him something more general, like an actress.
Okay.
It'll be
Well,
Miranda Cosgrove.
yeah.
We got to get her on the show, man.
Oh my god.
I didn't DM her.
I think well, hopefully she doesn't use like these past 10 minutes as the gateway to the
No.
gaming world because she'd probably feel very
drugs.
uncomfortable.
Have you ever met any of the Nickelodeon actors, actresses, or no?
Yes.
I don't
Who
think
did you
I
meet?
have.
Will Neff.
I met Drake Bell.
Ooh, tough time. Tough time to meet Drake.
Was it before or after the case that he just caught?
I met him many years ago.
In what setting and how did this happen?
He was working with one of my friends doing something, and I met him at a nightclub.
Was he a nice guy?
In the 2 minutes that I spoke with him, yeah.
Was this before or after the Spanish singer era? That he was a
That
part
is
of?
true.
Oh, this was, I think, right after. He has a robust following.
Yeah.
Well, he basically transformed his entire career by going to Mexico to become. Wait, what?
What's that?
Oh, Drake Bell has blocked you.
Drake
I'm
Bell.
blocked by Drake Bell on Twitter.
Why?
He did follow me at one point a few years ago, so I DM'd him every single day, "Hug me, brother," and I did it every day, and then it got to the point where he just blocked me.
Okay, yeah, I think that out of any Twitter
This
blocking
is
I've
why
ever heard,
kids shouldn't have
Yeah.
phones. You, JHB team, you are why children shouldn't have phones.
I'm blocked by a lot of other people too.
why did you feel compelled to message that to him every single day?
I've-
And why did he follow you in the first place?
It was during a follow spree, and I felt very happy about it. I just kept saying it because I thought it would be funny, and I was hoping, hey, if he replied, I could make a tweet out of it. And then he just blocked me, so didn't really work out.
If you could work with one creator, in gaming or otherwise,
Yes.
who would it be and what would the project be?
Pokimane for TBH with JHB.
Wow.
We can make that happen.
Yeah.
Guys, if this video gets 100,000 likes, Pokimane will go on TBH with JHP. I'm her manager.
Okay, well,
That's a lie.
I know.
Actually, we would do that episode and there would be a wall of plexiglass between
Oh
you two.
no.
Just for
You'd have to
Pokimane's
talk
sake.
to each other through like prison telephones. Like, please pick
Oh
up.
god.
the
There's-
wire on it.
He's like pointing to the phone, like.
wheel him in there on like the Hannibal Lecter. Hello, Iman.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that'd be iconic.
Man.
I'd watch it.
That episode would bang.
But-
bro. That'd be a good episode.
But yeah, that's one of the goals I'm hoping. And I got a lot of future guests that have agreed to come on, so I'm very happy about that.
Okay, run us
Can
down
you
your
leak?
lineup.
Can you
I
leak
can't-
us? Can you leak one?
When is this? I'll leak one. Ludwig said he'd come on.
Oh, hey. Oh, there you
So,
go.
I hope that
Nice.
happens.
Ludwig's a really nice guy.
He
I love him.
is.
I love
He's a
him.
great guy.
I met him at the 100 party here, and it was great. Lovely guy.
I don't know him well. I think him and I had a competitive back and forth in the Uno tournament, and now he probably doesn't like me. He called me an asshole, and I wasn't sure if it was in character or out of character because the cameras were off.
Oh,
So it's still not clear.
I mean, was he laughing or was he taking it serious?
The asshole part,
I mean,
it
like
was with
say-
deadpan, dead serious.
Oh,
So
that's not fun.
He meant it.
Yeah.
Ouch.
You made a hilarious video for your Spanish class
Yeah.
to explain a vacation tickets assignment. Has your Spanish gotten better since then? Oh,
Why do you have it pulled up?
can we hear it? Oh,
19,000 views, impressive.
Wow.
And this was
Impressive young man.
and this was on August.
Okay.
This played in front of my high school class.
Oh, look at that editing skill.
I love the shots just for a high school class video.
You know, it is so fucked up that you got to,
Oh,
Yeah, that's a real photo.
Did you catch that baseball in the eye?
I don't remember.
I can't believe you got to take Spanish in the era of Google Translate.
I know, right?
yeah, that is crazy. What?
I can't tell if the class was giggling the entire time or watching in disgust.
It was so of course I would be the first one to present because my last name starts with B. So I would go, and then the other students would have to go, and it'd be like set up on an iPhone like this. And
I bet you blew them out of the water.
It was very embarrassing for me. Like after when the kids would go, because I would feel bad sometimes just because
Because your video was so much better.
the class wouldn't be satisfied with theirs. They'd rather be satisfied with mine, and that's what I kept asking to go last, but they would never do it.
Wow.
But
You're humble.
thank you. But the class actually loved it every single time. They were always hyped for the video every single time I did a project. So
Wow.
Did you go to any school dances
I went to homecoming, and
with a girl?
yeah,
Do you guys still chat at all?
rarely, not a lot, but we're still good
It's probably
friends.
tough because you're a big shot now.
Yeah, I like to think I'm really important. So
Oh no.
Oh, no. All
Bro,
right.
you are my favorite fucking person.
Guys,
man.
thank you so much for tuning into this episode.
but her name's Emma. She's awesome. Yeah, she follows me on Twitter. Always likes my tweets.
Emma's a
She's-
really cute name.
yeah, she's awesome.
I think Emma would be a potential name for like my daughter, my future daughter. Emma.
Really?
I think Emma's a beautiful name.
How did you get the name Jermaine?
Avalanche called me one day on stream, and the entire chat decided to go along with it. I kind of hated it at first, but the more that people did it, the more I loved it. And
Does it
yeah.
bother you that I would argue I'm not kidding. I think most people think that your name is Jermaine.
It doesn't bother me at all. to be
Can we
honest.
call you Jermaine HB Dupree?
What? I don't get that joke at all.
It's not a joke. You don't know who Jermaine Dupree is?
No. Okay. Well, thanks, Alex.
Wow.
Is there any questions that you want to ask us?
How are you guys doing?
Not great.
Okay, cool. Just making sure.
I'm doing well.
Good. I'm glad you're doing
Having a
well.
good day.
I feel like this is Courage and Nadeshot show,
With TBH.
like ex TBH with JHB.
We filmed a new project that's going to be released in the next couple weeks, maybe the next month. And it was a sit-down interview with JHB, and literally exactly what you just explained, that's what it turned into. This is not a facade or a character that JHB plays. The entire interview just felt like we were doing episode number 2 of JHB with TBH.
That's what I love about my personality online, because if I mess up in front of the camera, people won't be like, ha, he messed up. They'll just go with it because that's who I am. And I love that a lot.
Well, with all the teasing that we've given, I do
Yes.
think it's really important for everybody watching at home. I actually think JHB is the blueprint on how to build a career authentically in the gaming community. I don't think that there has
agree.
been many individuals that have been able to take who you are, your true self, your personality, your awkwardness, all of your faults and weaknesses, or however you look at yourself in the mirror every single morning. You are who you are, and you are undoubtedly yourself, and you have done an incredible job of like climbing the corporate rung at a very successful gaming company.
Well,
And
thank
I think
you.
it's incredibly impressive, and you deserve more credit for it.
Thank you, Matt. I really appreciate that.
Matt does gas you up a lot.
I know. And it's crazy for me to think about. I mean, like, when it comes back to 2 or 3 years ago, I would have never even imagined to be on this show, or the position I'm in general.
The
So-
first time I met JHB was at the Mob House when I was doing the Mobcast. And JHB, I think, brought me like a bottle of water or something, and then was just standing over me breathing. And it was
Hell of an introduction.
by far, I mean, I had goosebumps. I was so wigged out about the entire situation.
And now look, you guys
But
are
I mean,
best.
look at us now.
Look at us now.
You guys are best friends.
Now I got your like contact information in my phone, all that stuff. So I guess you could say
Okay.
I pretty much made it.
No one-
I would love to see you and Will Neff locked in a room together for 24 hours with nothing but access to TikTok and see what you guys would create together.
It would be like TikTok's version of Apocalypse Now. It would be a fever dream of content, the likes of which had never been
It
seen.
would be so chaotic.
One of us would probably die. It'd be like a Highlander situation.
Yeah, true.
Oh, I wonder who that would be.
It's
I
probably-
know.
Yeah. Rest in peace, JHB team.
JHB gets to bring a gun though.
Yeah, all right, now
Like
we're
that would-
talking. This
like
is
that
a
would do
sporting event
anything.
now.
I actually I see a good question on here. What's the most regrettable tweet you've ever made?
Ooh.
Incredible.
Regrettable.
Oh, regrettable.
Let's bring up a list of tweets where he's added Nico lol, and
I was
pick
gonna
one.
I was gonna say a Nico tweet actually. Oh God, it was in the Valkyrie TBH episode. I said something like I got down on my knees for her because I'm simping her, something like that.
Was this before or after she joined 100 Thieves?
It was after.
Okay,
Yeah.
and nobody has Nicole ever made like a formal complaint with HR here at 100 Thieves that you're aware of?
No, I always make sure that everything's good. I always message her all that stuff. Make sure it's all good.
It's very responsible of you. I didn't even know you took those steps.
I'll actually message her or just say, hey, is this okay if I tweet it, or is it like, is everything good? And she'll be like, yeah. And because of the character that I'm playing, she has no problem with it.
If you had to give a young man or woman at home that wants to be a part of the gaming community, I mean, we talked about this for Will. He has overcome a lot in the last 2 years and made a name and a career for himself pretty quickly. Obviously, you don't want to look past all of the hard work that it took for him to get here, but you're 19 years old. In my opinion, you have the best opportunity out of anybody that I know to make gaming a full-time job and career that you could have for the rest of your life. If you could speak to somebody that is looking at you with jealousy and envy, I want to be in his shoes, what would you tell them to do?
I mean, to be fair, what I did is, since I was editing for the mob guys, I see a lot of potential in them. I still do. I think they're an incredible group of guys. But I mean, if you edit for the person that you believe can grow, you can also like grow with them to the point where when they join an organization, you can also like meet more people, get connections. And I mean, that's kind of what happened with me. I met a lot of people here at 100T and eventually got the job.
Well, I think that's amazing. And it's actually very similar to Carl Jacobs, who is working for Mr. Beast. He started as an editor. He dropped out of college, dropped everything to move across the country on a whim's notice.
Right.
And now he's one of the biggest creators in the gaming world.
And Carl's a dope dude.
I was going to say
Carl's a great guy.
his growing and all that stuff, it's incredible. Like, never seen anything like that, especially with like Dreams, Minecraft group, all that stuff. Insane.
It's crazy how much flack he gets for just being himself and like, you know, like that giggle, like the giggling and the laughing and like how he is. That is exactly how he is in person.
Yeah.
like
Oh,
that
yeah.
is exactly him.
Oh yeah.
And all he wants to do is lift others up around him and make him happy. I get so excited every time we're around. Having a couple drinks with him is a great time.
He's a great guy.
He is a good dude.
I would actually argue that editing for a YouTuber is probably one of the best jobs or one of the best transitions that one could make.
It's a lot of fun, especially because you feel like you're behind the scenes, basically.
Yeah, and what people don't realize is that there are a lot of creators that wish they could find an editor that understands the nuance of their humor and the content that they're creating. And there is a belief that there's nobody out there that can do the job as best as they can do it.
Right. I totally feel the same way.
And I think people like Swappa that works for Jack, and you for the mob, Carl for Mr. Beast, Logan for me. I don't know if he'd ever want to be on camera, but I always fantasize about the videos that we could make if he were around me full time and didn't have to enter my videos because we have such a funny dynamic. But there are people out there that can help you. And if you're one of those people that you think you understand somebody better than they understand their own content, man, open up Premiere, open up Final Cut Pro, learn how to edit, and be proactive. There's a woman that we hired this week. She actually put out a tweet this morning. She met us at the World Cup in New York, and the way that she got her job was repurposing a bunch of videos that we had made with her own style and then presenting that with her resume, and bang, she was hired.
I mean, I know that we didn't watch it yet on here, but like the anime video that you just got sent.
Yeah.
Even though he's a editor for 400 Thieves already, I guarantee you if that was a video that was made and sent to him and like, hey, man, just want you to see some work I just made, that would have turned some heads here to hire him, even though he's already hired.
Without a doubt. I think it's really all about getting your foot in the door. And I think what JHB did that a lot of people actually make a mistake with is that he came in and just put his head down and did whatever was asked for him to do. You know, we put you on TikTok, we put you on social media, and it was clear by your ability to edit and your understanding of like current trendy gaming humor that you knew what the fuck you were doing.
Yeah.
And then you leverage that into your own show with JBL.
Yeah. I also forgot to include I was never much of a camera person either. Like you, obviously, whenever I film TBH, I'm stuttering doing all that stuff because I don't know how to be on camera. But first ever episode I filmed, it was with Nico, and my stomach was hurting the entire morning before because I don't know, I've never been on camera before. But I feel like I've gotten so much better at it throughout time. But I mean, that's a good thing for you guys to hear if you're like interested in being on camera. Like, I don't know, I never was, but I mean, look at what's happened.
I think too, Will can speak to this probably better than any of us. He went and did Second City, if I remember correctly, in Chicago. It's a comedy like improv school. And what I learned and what Jack probably learned as well, I think Jack was just a natural performer. Will, it seems like your level of comedy and wit and just charm, you were going to be on camera no matter what. You're going to find a way. But it's a muscle that you train and it's a muscle that you build.
Absolutely. And I'll say this to anybody in the space, whether it be you're on camera, you're editing, whatever. I always bring up the study of two control groups, and they were asked to make a perfect pot, like throw up like a crafting pot out of clay. And the first group, they said, you guys make a pot every day. No matter what, you make one pot. And at the end of the day, you make one pot, that'll be your pot. And the other group, they said, you have 30 days, make us one pot. So they had 30 days to make a perfect pot, right? Study on it, fix everything, look at it from every angle. By and large, the pots from the first group where they had to make one a day and fail over and over again were better than the group that had 30 days to make one pot. And I think in this space, in all creative spaces, you have to allow yourself to fail. And a lot of people, when they go into their creative endeavor, they're like, it has to be perfect the first time out. It's got to be top to bottom perfect. And that's why they never approach it. And that's why they never release it. And that's why they never cut anything or show anything to anybody. You got to take a chance on yourself, and you have to allow for that failure to happen, which is why you send Drake Bell 100 tweets saying, hug me, bro. Because if you got that tweet back, that's a spicy piece of content.
Exactly.
That might have been the quickest and best analogy for a situation that I have ever heard.
I know.
Will pulls these out of his ass, and I'm just like, how many are stored up there, man?
He keeps going and
It's a
going.
big
but
ass.
It's a
cavern.
going. It's,
Yeah.
but it's so
Cavernous.
interesting.
Did you
the
pick
entire
that up
time.
at the Crystal Meth Depository?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a reference to the other
Come
episode.
into the Crystal Meth Depository, 2-for-1 sale today. Shake and bake biker meth. How do you feel about biker meth?
See what you just did right there. Oh my god.
Hey, JHB, talk to me a little bit about your Omegle videos, because if anyone hasn't watched them, some of them are fucking hilarious.
So it all started with a Discord called Me and My Friends. One of them named Enum Green went on Omegle, and we all decided, hey, let's try and find each other for fun. So I decided to deafen and screen record me finding them, trying to. But all the people that I met throughout that time, I decided it was funny interaction, so I just edited them into one Twitter video, and when I posted it, it got like 20,000 likes, which was not crazy for me at the time, or it was crazy for me at the time.
Don't stress.
My
We knew
bad,
what you meant.
my ego. Yeah, posted that. It went crazy. Like that was before I joined 100T. Logan said he loved it, all that stuff. One of you guys did too, and so I decided I'll make another one. And when I made another one, did the same exact thing. And so December 2019, like that was probably like 90 million impressions that
That's
month.
insane. And it's funny because Omegle videos have existed on the internet for a very,
long time.
very, very,
Yeah.
very long time. And you kind of reinvented a genre. And then actually, I'm not sure if you caused the domino effect, but I saw more people making Omegle videos, and it actually got picked up really big on TikTok too.
I feel the same way because Omegle kind of wasn't the same after a while. Like everyone did it in 2014, 15, like meeting
Yeah.
their favorite YouTuber. Then it just kind of stopped.
You know what's funny? I'm not even sure if it's in this doc, but if I remember correctly, you knew Lil Nas X before he blew up, correct? Or was that somebody from the mob?
I don't know if he was in the mob community or not, but he knew of the mob guys because he was a Nicki Minaj stan account on Twitter, and so I'm sure he was familiar with the mob guys, all that stuff before he did Old Town Road and all that. I don't know, he knew the mob guys I think before Old Town Road, and then when he blew up, he was still interacting with them, all that stuff. And during that time after Old Town Road, he followed me. And
You should have Lil Nas X on your show.
That'd be awesome.
I want him to be on my show.
Lil Nas X. Let's put it out in the world. We once asked The Rock to be on this. Go ahead.
Lil Nas X, I'm literally begging, please come on my show. It would give me a lot of views, and it would also be like the biggest celebrity I've ever met. So,
But the only way you do it is if you stream Industry Baby
Oh yeah, totally. Stream
new
Industry
song.
Baby, Old Town Road, Montero, Call Me by Your Name, all those songs.
Wow.
But you need to do it for 24 hours straight.
Okay, no.
Wow. Not dedicated.
Jesus. Okay. Well, we'll
Really
cut that part.
Yeah. Really.
I think that would be amazing.
I didn't
though,
mean it like that.
just because Lil Nas X, he clearly understands the humor and the meme community, the stan community.
He
It's
just
where it came
understands how to
from.
do
Yeah,
social
and
media.
That
in
motherfucker
general.
is a genius.
Exactly. And
That jail skit that he did about the Satan shoes with Nike
So good.
before.
Did you see that, Will? By chance?
No.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, brother!
So
It is
good.
hilarious. He basically did like the Eddie Murphy where he played every character.
Oh yeah,
In-
like the clubs type. Yeah,
It is so funny. The first time that I watched it, I was crying laughing.
It was all to promote his new music video, which takes place with him being in jail, and then with the music video, he's raising money, charity wise, to raise money for to like help minorities and their bail bonds.
I lost it when he
It's
said,
like an awesome.
"Lock him up, throw away the key."
Oh,
he
dude.
knows how to market his songs,
So
either if
well.
it's TikTok, Twitter, all those stuff. He knows what he's doing, and that's insane.
Yeah.
He had one. I gotta see his tweet. We can keep going.
In the same way that JHB is like the blueprint for how to make it in the gaming community, I feel like Lil Nas X, there are going to be market studies in future college curriculum that shows how to sustain and maintain a social media platform.
Thanks, Matt. Every interaction I've had with Lil Nas X, he's such a nice guy.
This is so it's like the TMZ article that came out that said enormous asteroid headed near Earth, and Lil Nas X replied to it and said, "I'll put a stop to this." And then the next tweet is from CNN. It's an edit, obviously. It says, "Breaking: asteroid decides not to hit Earth after hearing Industry Baby." Girl, I was finna fuck y'all up, but since it's a bop, y'all can live, I guess. Says the gigantic testicle-shaped asteroid. It's got 120,000 likes in 9 hours. Like,
That's
dude,
amazing.
all those things, he just memes so hard.
Did he post that?
Yeah, he posted that.
That's amazing.
And you know what? Somebody that just come into the limelight recently, it is incredible how gifted he is, even as like an actor or just his comedic talent. He's truly an incredible performer.
Every song he makes just does so well.
Yeah.
If you look at his Spotify list.
Well, it's just because it's marketing. And
I
the
know,
songs are
and
actually
it's
really good
incredible.
too.
Yeah, totally.
Industry Baby was catchy as fuck.
With the horns in the beginning, all that. Yeah.
Back to back, a.
And then Jack Harlow being on it, that's
Jack
just-
Harlow's the perfect, partner to make that video with too, because he's, very connected to his audience.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all these kids that grew up on the internet that just understand comedy and they understand how to speak to their community. And Jack Harlow, he's so smooth and slick and he's funny too. It's great. I'm a big fan of both of them.
Mm-hmm.
If all of us are falling off a cliff, who would you save? You can only save one of us.
He already said he would kill me, so
yeah.
I'm out the running.
I just met Will, and I like him a lot, so.
That's gotta sting. He's your intern.
You know what it is, man? It's a smart play by him.
Is
I
it
think
actually-
Will's got the longest legs in this industry, so ride his coattails the most.
I could agree with
Matt
that.
and I are gonna fuck off to Tahiti one day, and that's it.
Or I'm going to jail. One of the two.
That's your number one fear.
Going to Montero, baby. Let's go.
Did you know I've been to Tahiti several times?
Really?
I've
Yeah.
never met anybody that's actually been to Tahiti.
It's-
I don't know where Tahiti
Oh,
is.
for what it's worth, JHB, I was meant to talk about this. You should follow in the footsteps of Conan O'Brien for content.
I love Conan.
We should
gonna go
we
right
should
for The
totally
Simpsons?
consider
No.
JHB, like JHB remote segments where you just travel the world and you get put into, like, imagine JHB trying to navigate like the markets of Mumbai.
Conan is the one
yeah.
talk.
You know what I'm saying?
Have you ever seen the show Idiot Abroad?
No, but it sounds
Oh
great.
God, it's so good.
Sounds like JHB's new show.
All right.
Yeah.
Conan is the one talk show host that I probably watch the most with his
Same.
remotes, sometimes his interviews.
Hang on,
He's
this is
funny.
important.
Yeah.
Do you like to travel?
Yeah.
Okay, it'd be better if he didn't. It'd be way funnier if you sent him to awesome places and he hated it.
But like, imagine sending JHB to a rodeo.
Now
And he
that
has to
is
wrangle a
something
bull.
I'm into. Oh yeah.
Like, that shit would be fucking. We sent
Now
our
you're talking
intern
content.
to wrangle a bull.
Can't you just take me to one of the bar places that have the thing?
Send him to Muscle Beach.
No, and here's what I'm
send
also
him to
thinking.
Muscle Beach. Get him all greased up.
Yes,
Racerback tank
works
top,
out. Yep.
G-string,
And you have
Okay. Well,
deep squats.
Deep squats.
And imagine this. He has, like, every episode ends with like a wall, the wall of fame, and every episode he does, he brings back one item and places it on the wall.
The
So that, like,
G-string.
by the end of 100 episodes, you like see the rope he used to wrangle the bull, or the G-string he had on Muscle Beach. This shit would bang.
I really
bro.
wanted to send JHB for TikTok to like Hollywood Boulevard where all the crazy fucking people are with a microphone and try to get him to sell 100 Thieves Foundation's apparel.
I could not do that. No.
I was gonna pitch it and
you gotta cosplay Nico Laws too, and try and
What?
like busk with like a hat and get people to take pictures with you. You know how like they have like Elmo.
Yeah, like
yeah.
People like
Spider-Man.
Oh my
You pretend to
God.
be Nadeshot on Hollywood
Yes,
Boulevard. Oh,
that's
man.
what I'm talking about.
There's so much you can do. I actually think there's more opportunity and potential for content for you than anybody else at
Thank
this
you.
table, except for maybe Will. Neff.
Will might not know this about you. Will, do you know what his streaming schedule is?
No.
Wait, mine?
Yeah.
I didn't even know my own streaming schedule.
You know what your streaming schedule is.
It's-
You stream whenever there's a police pursuit at night.
Oh, yeah.
The only time he goes live on Twitch is when there's a police pursuit to watch.
That's fucking brilliant.
And that's the most time I average like the most viewers. So it's just like me.
he just
hyping
watches a police
up, yeah,
pursuit,
and then I hype up the chat like, "Ooh, is he gonna crash? Is he gonna keep going?" I don't know. It's fun.
and then it ends, and he's like, "All right, I'll see you guys next time someone's speeding."
And then-
Like-
yeah. But while I get the most viewers, I'll host someone with like 1 to 3 viewers. I don't know. It's the time I can get the most viewers, so why not?
I'm waiting for somebody to take this idea. I think either you or Will Neff can do it if you think it's interesting enough. I am convinced that if you set up like a mahogany library with a fireplace and a leather chair and a glass of whiskey, and you start a book club where you spend like 2 hours every single night reading to your audience, and you just go through book after book after book every single night, that Twitch channel would blow the fuck up.
JHB, do you have a radio voice for that?
No.
Can I
And-
hear your sexiest voice?
Hey,
Oh, okay.
problem. I don't like reading books.
Okay.
Ooh.
Well, maybe you fall in love with it over time by doing this.
You know what? Him saying "Hey" reminded me of the animated Spider-Man movie where he's like, "Hey." That's what he sounded like.
yeah.
The hand on the shoulder.
That's what he sounded like.
Hey.
Yeah, you could. That would be you, Miles
I would
Morales.
love to do that. I would be really interested to see how Twitch reacts to a stream like that, where it's just like very calming.
Well, I mean, dude, that's like, I mean, tough time to bring it up, but the old Overwatch Blizzard thing they used to do was the Yule log streams where like Jeff Kaplan, who again has now left, would just sit there on the chair for like 10 hours with like a fire in the background, and like you just sit there and wait, and like 45 minutes in, they'd bring in like milk and cookies, and then like 30 minutes later, he'd like read a few pages from a book, and then like 15 minutes
Oh,
later,
really? This existed?
well, it would be once a year thing.
Oh,
And then
okay.
like 7
Sounds
hours,
dope.
7 hours and 48 minutes into the stream, there would be like a 30-second Overwatch like snippet. But the whole time you were like sitting there watching intently, never knowing what was going to happen
That's
next.
great.
JHB,
Hi.
if I set up a dating show internally in 100 Thieves and trying to find you love, would you be a part of it?
Yeah, but would it work out?
Well, we'll see. I
Wait,
mean,
you
when
gotta
you
hit
watch
up
the
Austin for that.
oh wait, yeah, we got a fucking guy that does that already.
Yeah, he's done pretty well for himself.
Oh my
too.
god, I don't know why that one went over my head. Sorry, Austin.
That's literally, we got a guy for that.
Yeah,
We got a guy for that.
We're big enough now where we have someone that takes care of that for us.
I would watch that. I would watch the lover host GHB.
No, but I want to get rid of that, clause at the end where they can pick host after. Like, I want you to have a
Yeah.
true
The
dating.
lover love.
I want you to have the true dating experience, so you know the women are here for the right reasons.
I've been asked if I should go on like where there's one girl and then like 9 or 10 boys. I've been asked if I can go on, but I said
Boys.
no. I know,
Jesus.
right? Sorry.
You're an adult now. You don't say boys.
Sorry. Adults. But I said no only because like that majority of people live at that instant. I don't know. It's just scary to me.
Well, I feel like what your superpower is that you are so unique. I don't think you do well in a setting of 9 other guys because you need your own focus.
That's what I love about TBH. It's just me and then one other person.
I think we should do this, and we should get Austin to host it.
Oh no, that's scary. but-
TBH
We'll
With-
find your love, man.
with
It'd be
JHB
awesome.
with
I know it
BTS.
would be awesome.
Like imagine if you got BTS as a guest on TBH and JHB.
It's a lot of letters.
TBH with JHB with BTS.
Wow. Say
Live.
that 5 times
Exclusive
fast.
to HBO Max.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's a program right there.
Dude, I think this entire rest of this podcast should just be new content series ideation, like a writer's room for JHB.
To find
But I would
love.
love to challenge ourselves too, instead of like TikTok 24 hours in a room, that it has to include Will Neff. I just feel like you guys are polar opposites in your demeanor, and you guys would have like a funny dynamic. You guys would be like
yeah.
Chris Farley and David Spade.
Oh yeah,
I
for
feel that
sure.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, and then you have one guy that's had all the experiences of his 20s, and then one guy who's a teenager.
Oh yeah.
like the life experience difference between you guys, or you're like his dad. Will teaches JHB to do this.
I was gonna say that example of David Spade, perfect, like for the both of us.
What's happening?
Richard, who's your favorite little rascal? I can't do the voice.
It was close.
If
It's close.
you and all right, so we do the dating show, but it's like Impractical Jokers where you have an
no.
IFB and Will Neff gets you coach you through like hitch on what to say to the girl.
Can it be with girls from Twitter?
Yeah,
I like that.
we'll
That's
get you
interesting.
some Twitter
Okay,
baddies.
cool.
for
I had to
sure.
make sure. I had to make sure.
Ask her if she likes that extra thick hog.
Okay.
Well, you know what? I don't think you should limit yourself to girls on Twitter because
I-
we have some of the most beautiful women at college campuses around at your age, like you at USC, UCLA. These girls are going to be very successful. Dude, you are a great, wholesome man. We could find
you.
you a girl.
There's a guy on TikTok that I've seen that basically just goes up to women and on college campuses he's mic'd up and says like these pickup lines, and all his videos are them working of like.
That guy
You
started
know,
on
yeah.
YouTube. He's actually, I used to watch his videos. Funny guy.
But imagine JHB doing the exact same thing, except his videos are just
Strikeouts.
fucking failures.
Crash and burn.
I could never picture myself doing that. Unfortunately, I know that's a letdown, but
JHB, you don't realize this. You have no say here.
Yeah,
you
what
are
if-
planning the whole future of your life. You're moving to your next year. You're moving to South Dakota and starting a farm.
South Dakota.
And you have 180 days to run a profitable farm. And if you fail, you're fired.
You know, no. You know what we should do? We should send him off to Utah, become a Mormon for like 2 years, so that you have like 20 wives and you gain all the experience faster. It's like Naruto.
I don't know if that's what
when he
Mormon-
does.
Why do you
Mormon
know
is.
this?
They do like he does like the
Do Mormons have
shadow
20
clone jutsu, and no matter what the shadow clones do, they learn with Naruto. So you got 20 wives, 20 times the XP, 20 times faster. You're becoming a Mormon.
You've been watching too much Naruto.
You've been hanging out with Symphony too much. You said XP in real life.
Yeah, well, I'm just talking out loud here. All right, guys, we don't need to shit on every idea.
I like all that. I'm trying to think of a good content idea for you. I would love to see you do kind of like a Nathan for you, where you in bed with different like gamers and try and become them. Like I would love to see you do a stream with Amouranth and try and capture.
I'm sure he
And
would
try to
love to
be
do a
like
stream
her.
with Amouranth.
Yeah, like trying to capture.
I played Minecraft with her.
Trying to
before.
capture her essence. You know what I mean? Like what? Like how do I
Hey,
penetrate this market?
Post production, I need the clip sent to my Google Drive. Don't forget of like a zoom in on his face, and he says,
You can't.
"I played Minecraft with her."
You can't. The VOD's deleted. It's too embarrassing.
No, just of what you saying that right
Yeah,
here.
I just wanted the one snippet.
Of you going, I played Minecraft with Amouranth before.
Sorry to cut you off, Will. I apologize.
No.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
I've been doing a lot of talking this episode, but as you
It's
guys
just
can
you
tell,
love it, JHB.
I'm smitten with JHB, dude. I'm his biggest fan.
Love
I want to
the
work
fans.
with you for the rest of my life. The same way I always tell Logan, I'm like, yo, nobody else is editing my videos ever again. And I'm not, this not be playing favorites at the 100 Thieves production team. I've just known Logan for so long now. Me, you, Logan, the entire 100 Thieves production team, we get dropped off on an island. AC 130, fucking man down.
What?
Yes.
Where did that come from?
I don't know, dude. I'm just talking out of my ass now.
I was waiting for where that content was going. I liked it.
I've had a really long day, so now I'm getting verbal diarrhea. So I'm going to tailor
Has
off
anybody
here.
done this piece of content? Real battle royale. We fly over a fucking island and we jump out of a plane, parachute style, Nerf guns or like squirt guns.
I mean, Mr. Beast did it. It's not out of a plane, but we went and played. What was it? Airsoft.
No, you got to drop in.
balloons. Yeah,
you got to
no, we didn't
drop
drop
the
in.
fuck in. Commit. That's going to be half the video is a bunch of streamers in a plane about to have to skydive just like, oh shit. Oh shit.
Oh, dude, and we
fuck.
bring in like Katniss Everdeen. Start like one person has a real gun, everybody else has Nerf guns. Just one.
HB has an Uzi. He fucking killed Will.
Oh
Oh
man.
my god.
Oh man, bro, fuck SNL, dude. Let's just write skits all day. I
Yeah.
spent like 6 months
Yep.
doing a bunch of YouTube skits. The most fun I've ever had on YouTube, man.
So fun.
I'm
Love
down.
me a good sketch.
Will, I'm down. Let's do skits.
Let's do sketches.
All right.
And let's do the real life battle royale where we all jump out of a plane.
No,
Nope.
maybe you can do that.
Yeah,
but-
I think
I'll
I'm
do it.
out.
Brother,
That's what the people need.
I'll tell you a real story.
We'll do it together.
No, I'm
We're
okay.
gonna do it together.
I'm okay.
I've told this
We're
story
gonna do it
before,
together.
but I don't think people on the Courage and Nadeshot show have ever heard it. So back in the day when I was sponsored by Red Bull, they were activating around Destiny for the first time that it came out. The actual game. This was, what, 6, 7, 8 years ago. And the idea was we would jump out of a plane and deliver the first copies of Destiny at a Walmart in like Arkansas. And I don't know how I got this is a real thing. I don't know how I got roped in to this actual experience. But what happens is they tell us that the campaign is coming up so quickly, we don't have enough time, that we need to go get our license to actually jump out of a plane. But there's not enough time to just like dip our feet in the water. They don't even give us the option of doing a tandem jump first. They have us go through 6 hours of like elementary school for parachuting.
No.
And then they say, hey, you're doing your first jump today. So luckily, the decision-making process after doing this 6-hour class, it gets pushed off until tomorrow. It was too windy. We couldn't actually do the jump. So this guy from Red Bull is trying to talk me into doing it. He's like, "Listen, man, I know you're nervous, but I promise you, once you get your first jump out of the way, everything is going to be fine." So I go to sleep with a pit in my stomach, just more fucking nervous about anything in my life. And at that time, I wasn't making a ton of money. I wanted to make sure that Red Bull was excited. They want to renew the contract. So I went into that day thinking, I'm going to do this. I'm going to jump out of this fucking plane tomorrow. I have to. And probably one of my biggest fears is heights. And so we finally get to the airstrip and we are walking down to get to the plane. Do you know what fucking happens? I swear to God, Hector can corroborate this story and Flame Sword. A professional skydiver who is doing a competition this weekend slams into the fucking ground right in front of me, breaks both his legs. To this day, that shit happened.
So did Nadeshot get on the plane and do his job?
Fuck no. I watched Flame Sword, Proofy, and all their dumbasses
Dude,
go up there.
That story is I need to spend time with that story because I would love to know the executive at Red Bull who's like, I got it. I fucking got it, dude. Arkansas Walmart. We're going to give out the game, but we're not just going to hand it out. We're going to throw creators out of a fucking plane. And everybody at Red Bull was like,
Hey, man.
this is why he
Give him a
makes the big bucks.
It was
Gives you fucking wings. That's our motto. We're flying out of planes, baby.
it was a different time, dude.
Holy, so you saw a guy just telescope his
How long ago
fucking
was that?
legs? And then what happened? Did you say no, or were they like, oh, probably
No,
not
I
gonna-
said no. I said I'm not doing this.
How close was the guy to you when you saw him telescope?
100
his
yards
legs?
away. 100 yards
Oh
away.
my
This, I swear to
Telescope his
God,
legs.
this is a
That's
true
so
story. We
disgusting.
could probably look up an
That's
article.
divine
How long ago?
intervention. God saved your life. You were not making it out of that jump.
No.
It was 2014, I think. Back
Wow.
2013.
You had a fear of
20
heights, and they were going to let you do a solo jump first out.
First out. Was
If you had passed out from like fear or like rush,
This is why I decided not to do it.
dude, I've heard a lot of good industry stories. That's like top 10.
I'm glad
That's
that
a
you enjoyed
good
it because
fucking
I've told it a
story.
few times, and it
And
to
that's
this day-
why we are reliving that
Yeah,
stunt,
we're not
baby.
doing that. We're not doing that.
JHB and Will
JHB.
Neff jumping out of planes. giving
Crystal
God-
meth.
Yeah.
You're gonna deliver Foundations apparel to Miranda Cosgrove, but she doesn't know that you're parachuting into her backyard.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And that's also a battle royale.
yeah.
Okay, so is it just her contributing?
That is a great Him with the little goggles and a 100 Thieves.
Figure it out,
Foundation
JHB.
package.
I'm not ready for it, and I'm also not going to do it.
Well, JHB, how long is this episode? Oh, wow.
Wow, that was 55
I-
minutes.
It's flying by. I need to pee so bad. JHB, what can people expect from you in the future?
More TBHs. We're filming those somehow.
And we're hiring ourselves interns.
Oh yeah, that too.
That's happening, by the way.
I didn't know you were gonna say that. Yeah, we're hiring more interns, so we're gonna do a whole project about that. I don't know when it's gonna come out, but you guys, if you want to be an intern here, basically just follow the guidelines and the rules that are gonna be in upcoming episodes or whatever, and yeah, hopefully get hired here in the future.
First stage of the application process are probably going to be heavily weighted around TikTok. So prepare your minds for being on trend and figuring out how to crack the algorithm. But the goal is that JHB and I both hire an intern for a period of time. And it will be a combination of your ability to navigate the gaming community and 100 Thieves, but there will also be an on-camera component to it.
Yes, Will?
Can I add one wrinkle to that, maybe, perhaps?
Sure.
Go ahead.
Have you ever seen The Ultimate Fighter? where they bring in 2 coaches that each pick a fighter and kind of represent them.
Oh.
Whoever does bigger social media numbers by the end
Keeps
of
a
the
job. The other one dies.
Well, maybe not dies, but
Okay, my bad.
maybe
I was
they
still on
have
the
to do
battle royale
the
thing.
plane stunt that we came up
Oh,
previously,
true,
but-
true.
It's
but
not a
maybe
bad
little
idea.
competition element where like you guys would pay the price for your intern, maybe some kind of bet, maybe another tattoo. I don't know. I'm just putting it
How
out
funny would it
there.
be if I
Well,
was the
hey,
one to
listen,
win?
if you want to get in on the planning process, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Everybody here is invited. But the thing is, I am not taking a punishment for like an 18-year-old intern's fuck up. They're going to have to take that punishment themselves,
Well,
dude.
then, well, you'd certainly
yeah.
hire it a lot more
I
carefully.
was gonna say,
Yeah.
what happens if you win and then I'm the one who loses?
Yeah.
And then you jump out of a plane.
I guess your intern's now the senior intern.
I'm running out of creative juices, dude.
What
I've
is it,
thrown
Drew?
like 20 ideas out there.
You filmed a lot today. I get
Yes,
it.
thank you. Well, listen, I know that I have spoken a lot on this podcast, but it's
okay.
because I have an unexplainable affinity for JHB.
Jermaine HB.
I think he is a great guy, a great content creator, hard worker, and you're going to see a lot more of him here in the 100 Thieves universe. I appreciate Will and Jack taking a little bit of a back seat. I normally don't talk this much, but thank you guys so much for tuning in. I hope you guys have a fantastic day. If you guys enjoyed the episode and you want to get Pokimane on this podcast for JHB or on
Yes.
I'm sorry,
100,000.
TBH with JHB, like the
Yes.
video, and maybe she'll come do it.
Please.
Thank you guys for watching. We'll see you guys soon. YouTube, we'll see you a bunch later. Goodbye.
Bye.
Go pee, jackass.